All right. Welcome to Damage Control Podcasting.
Yeah, it's not that easy, is it?
Well, no, because I screwed it up already.
Are you still thinking about how Cody butchered landfill, lunchbox, and
I am, actually.
garbage can?
But it's a professionally unprofessional look at the ideas, genres, and conventions of filmmaking. My name is Daniel Newkirk, and I am here with...
Cody Dietrich.
Which, if you didn't know, Cody, that weird rumble in your car, that was all me, all the time. I did that.
What the fuck you talking about, man? Like, you mean...
One day when your car was rumbling, like I got underneath there and I removed a bolt because you were getting awfully uppity. And I'm like, I need to bring this guy down a little bit.
Are you serious? I went off the road!
I know, right?
It was that bolt that was holding on that license plate that you don't use.
You motherfucker.
I am also here with...
Adam.
And Adam, do you remember that time that, like, you were talking with Dana and she was like, nah, not today. Go away. I'm not in the mood.
You gotta be more specific. That's almost... Yeah.
That's because of me.
Yeah.
She comes by and I'm like, sup.
All right, fair enough.
Yeah. And I'm also here with...
Me, Tyler.
And Tyler.
I was looking up porn, sorry.
Yeah. How's your wife and my kids doing?
They're all right.
All right, cool.
Just like accepting it. Like, what? They got good genes.
Yeah, they sure do.
Levi, I believe.
Oh, yeah, you are wearing jeans.
I am wearing jeans. This is early morning jeans today. All right.
Is
So
Cody wearing jeans?
No, I'm wearing cheap shorts.
Sheep shorts?
Cheap.
Oh.
Cheap shorts. Brought to you by Cheap Ass Wallet.
What if you had a really expensive wallet, but you were just really cheap?
I don't think I'll ever be that. If I ever had money, you'd know it.
So you would be the epitome of, if I won the lottery,
The
I wouldn't
epitome?
tell anybody, but there would be signs.
Yeah. Yeah, so it's always been the dream, win the lottery, and then I don't show up to work, and 3 months later I drive by in a stretch Hummer that doing that dun, 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 dun,
I don't know if
where
a
it
stretch
bounces up
Hummer
and down with hydraulics and whatnot, and I'm just throwing dollar bills, not hundreds, out the door and causing chaos in my work parking lot, and then driving off without any other explanation.
And then the next week you go back to work because you lost all your money because you're throwing it out the fucking window.
Is there anybody ask me about it? I don't want to talk about it.
The hydraulic system on a stretch Hummer would be a lot.
Yeah, that's why I lost all the money.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Yeah, I mean, that makes sense.
That was your only purchase?
Yes, that was my only purchase. I'm like, we gotta get this design. They said it can't structurally be done. And he's like, make it happen. Move heaven and earth if you have to.
Okay, here's an extra 10 grand. Do it.
Yeah.
Break physics.
Can a
Anyway.
stretch Hummer have hydraulics?
So I have one more confession to make.
What's up?
This podcast has been making a ridiculous amount of money.
We've been getting views, man.
Yeah.
For us, we're in the double digits now. Like almost all of our videos are in the double digits.
And
So unless you guys are watching them a lot, we're getting a lot of views for us.
Yes.
I've watched a total of 3 of our videos.
And we're making a ton of money. It's all going into my
We
Swiss bank account.
We put these online?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, other people hear these things.
Oh. Oh, shit.
And I have enough to retire, so this will be my final episode. So
I'm not posting this one.
so I have to admit that I'm not actually Daniel. My name is Hans. I'm Daniel's evil twin. I've just murdered him and took his place years ago so I could be on this podcast, make it good, and then filter all of the money into my Swiss bank account.
It explains so much. Your sudden obsession with sauerkraut.
Yes, I love sauerkraut.
Why is he obsessed with sauerkraut?
Sauerkraut's a big German dish. He's Hans.
But he's got a Swiss bank account.
Yeah, a lot of people have Swiss bank accounts that aren't Swiss.
I just did
You're telling me that I can have a Swiss bank account without being Swiss?
You can have a Mexican bank account without being Mexican.
Are you telling me that I've been eating American cheese all my life when I could have been eating Swiss cheese?
Yes.
Okay, I'll be back.
Yeah. I was actually setting up for a sweet Swiss cheese because of all the money in my bank account joke, but that's fine. All right. You're actually listening to Previously On, a Damage Control podcasting production where we make our own movies. And Did you know that?
Hans,
Or-
it ain't so easy.
Did I catch you guys off guard with that twist opening?
Wait, are you still Daniel or are you Hans?
No, I'm Daniel.
Oh, okay.
That was a twist and a twist.
I like Hans better.
Did you like Hans better?
What a twist!
What a twist. Yes, so today on Previously On, I am the host because Previously On, my origin movie of the of Marvel Universe being created through Norse Ragnarok beat Cody's movie about the origins of the Scrubs janitor and Adam's movie about the origins of Nightmare on Elm Street. Which gave me the right to be the judge, jury, and executioner of today's episode, which is all about a good movie twist. So, who would like to go first? The parameters, you have to make a twist piece of cinema. The twist needs to be obvious. Not obvious, sorry. It should be built in, so like it can't be just be like, it was the butler the whole time, and the butler's never been in the story.
Fuck.
And
I did a Chubby Checker biopic. I must have misunderstood this.
Okay, who would like to go first?
Oh, I forgot about her. Jody Checker. I forgot about it.
The winner of Previously On will get the opportunity to set the prompt for the next episode, and will be then that episode's host.
Adam's going first with his 45
All right.
pages.
Adam legitimately has 10 written pages of script.
Wait a minute. 1, 2.
Notice how
He has to-
Adam is also flipping through the pages
Four,
one by one so he can
five,
get that nice crisp paper sound on
He
there.
he has to count.
7, 8. No, 9. I only got 9.
Oh,
Okay,
Okay.
make certain
Adam-
that the
Adam
ending
lost.
isn't on page 10 that you didn't bring.
Okay. This is a story I wrote a long time ago. I wasn't as long as I thought. I'm pretty sure we were doing the podcast when I wrote this, I think. And I changed a few things. And like I was telling Tyler, I must have lost like a tote because I've got 2 different notebooks when I write a story. I've got one like a brainstorming notebook because I don't.
Do like to give you ideas for the book?
Yeah, and then I have the actual thing. I can only find the brainstorming ones. This story is way more, like I was telling Tyler, it was way more pretentious than I remember because it is really fucking pretentious.
is it something a hipster would write?
No, it's more like something a wannabe hipster would write to be deep, and it's not. It's not deep.
That is pretentious.
If you throw this story in the ocean, it would only be up to here. Oh, I can't show you. Okay.
Wouldn't it float?
Yes, sure.
So it means the story's really heavy, huh?
No, not even. No. Okay, so I got like, where am I going to start here? Okay, so I had to change a few things because a lot of things that I wrote, I know The Boys and all that shit was already out in comic book form, but I didn't know about it. So now that The Boys is out, I'm like, oh, that's in The Boys. So I had, this story is called The Hinch. Okay, all right.
Oh, I think you've talked about this before.
See, there you go. Okay, so it's all right. How am I going to start this?
The
Page
beginning, yeah.
Yeah.
And please do not read 9 pages.
No.
Okay.
No. Okay, so the main character is Detective Timmons. Okay, this is in a world where there's 2 superheroes. There's a hero and a villain. Okay, they are scientifically created. They're a human being, but there's no mother and father. They're okay.
Cody.
It's personal. Don't worry about it.
Okay. All right. So they were created in a lab. They were test tube babies, genetically altered. The scientist was killed. The 2 heroes are called Alpha and Omega, which is already really pretentious, which I tried to change. But I was thinking about naming them Castor and Pollux from Face
Okay,
Off.
let's do that real quick. What is Beta, and then what's the one right before Omega?
Delta.
Beta and Delta.
No, that's not true. Okay, Alpha and Omega.
Yeah, no, El Delta's way closer in the
No, it kind of has to be Alpha and Omega, and I'll tell you why here in a little
Uh-huh.
bit. Okay, so there's Alpha and Omega. Alpha is the bad, turns out to be the villain. Omega is the good one. Okay, so
Is that the twist?
no. So
it's the U one. What is the U one?
you lambda, a lambda.
Umlanda?
No, that's lambda. That's
Oh.
L. That's
The Omega sign is an upside down U.
yeah.
I always thought it was an O that broke its ass out.
Anyways, so Alpha ends up killing the scientists and all the research. Destroys.
Psi. Psi is the second to last letter in the Greek alphabet.
Beta and Psi.
Beta and Psi. It has to be Alpha and Omega. I'll tell you why here in a little bit.
Okay.
Anyway, so that's why they can't. That's why they can't recreate the thing. So there's literally only two superheroes in this world, and they're basically your Omni-Man, your Superman, your stereotypical dude who can fly, strong, lasers out the eye, heat vision out the eyes, that kind of shit. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Well, is it laser vision or is it heat vision?
It's heat vision.
There's two distinct differences.
It is.
And what if it's punch vision instead, like Cyclops?
It's not. It's heat vision. That I should have said that right. It's heat vision. So anyway, so this is 10 years. This is 10 years after all that. Alpha's dead. He's been killed. Alpha's been killed. So they create this, and then they create this thing called the Prime Directive, which are this ammunition that takes away their superpowers temporarily. I know where the Prime Directive came from. Like I said, it was pretentious.
Mm-hmm.
So there's ammunition called the Prime Directive. It null and voids their powers temporarily, and then they can kill them. They do not. So anyway, Alpha's dead. This happened 10 years ago. Alpha dead. Omega disappears. Right. It's 10 years down the road. Life continues.
Okay, so
Wait, so was Alpha the good guy or the bad guy?
Alpha's the bad guy.
Okay.
Omega's the good guy.
but he was presented as the good guy in the public eye.
No, Alpha was always the bad guy.
Okay.
Okay. Now, it's 10 years down the road. All that shit's in the past. It's life back normal. Our main character is Detective Timmons. Okay. He is investigating a murder. He's a homicide detective. He's investigating a murder. And this guy's been fucking just burnt and melted. The weird thing is, it's in this room that nothing else is touched. It's like literally just this dude on his chair, and he's fucking melted and burnt.
Like a spontaneous combustion kind of thing.
Type thing. So yeah, he's like, well, this is fucking weird. So he's like, I got an idea. So he gets this Geiger counter, and he goes over the body. He's like, oh, this is reading the same readings that Alpha and Omega's heat vision always read. I don't know if the science lines up. That's just what I wrote.
Yeah, it just makes it radiation.
So he's like, so that's the same reading that Alpha and Omega gave off. And so he goes to the chief and is like, I think Alpha killed this person. He's like, Alpha's dead. And he's like, well, fucking Omega's the good guy, and he fucking disappeared. He fucked off. Not actual line from this.
Right.
I hope not.
So anyway, the investigation continues, and Timmons is like dead set that this was done by Alpha. Alpha fucking killed this person. So anyway, he goes to this Arkham style prison mental ward and sees Eli, which was Alpha's henchman. So when Alpha was killed, Eli was, sent to prison, stand trial because he was the henchman, and he never spoke a word. He just calmly, got arrested, went in handcuffs, never once spoke a word, went to jail, just sat in his jail cell, just like very zen-like, and all this shit. Never, because he didn't want to give away any information. He was deadly loyal to Alpha, so he just kind of like went into like some sort of weird monk phase. So, Tim, make sure I get all this shit right. No. Okay, yeah. I told you all about that. Created in a lab. Yeah.
I think I remember you telling me this story.
Okay, Alpha's good. Yeah, I told you all that. Right.
Yeah, I think I see the twist coming, and I don't know if it's because the twist is super obvious or it's because Adam has told me about it.
No, I don't know the twist. I might be confusing it with a different story. If it's the story I'm thinking of, when he says what happens, I'll definitely know it because it's not something.
Say what you're good. You guys won't offend me because, like I said, it may be super obvious.
No.
What do you think it is?
No, I don't know the twist, but this was like where you're talking about how Alpha isn't dead. He's been captured by the government, and they're like forcibly like jerking him off to create new superheroes.
No.
Okay, then that was a different story you came up with.
Jesus.
Yeah.
My thought is that Alpha's not actually dead, that Omega is dead, and that Alpha took Omega's place.
No.
Oh, okay.
That is a Sylvester Stallone movie.
Is it?
The detective
The Samaritan.
is actually one of the
haven't seen
superheroes.
No. I'll
Okay.
say this.
All right.
None of you are right, but one of you is in the ballpark.
Okay, so it's the jerking off one, knowing Adams.
So
Yeah. Okay. So you get a hell of a lot of points if that's not the twist in this.
Right.
So
Okay. So detective.
it's the jerking off one.
Yeah.
Probably.
Hang on, I'm gonna make sure I'm not missing something because I feel like there's a lot of backstory. I feel like I missed that. It's gonna. Okay.
You know, that'll happen when you have a 9-page dissertation.
Okay, so
previously on.
the investigation leads Timmons to Eli, former henchman of Alpha. He's been locked up in an Arkham-style facility since Alpha was killed by Omega. He hasn't spoken a word.
Oh, Omega killed Alpha?
Yeah, so there was a backstory. So Timmons was when he was a young man, around 16, 17, his dad was a police officer. And while some people liked Alpha, or liked Omega, no one really liked Alpha because he was a bad guy. Some people looked up at Omega like a Superman or whatever. So this is kind of like a metaphor for Greek plays for humans versus gods. So a lot of people didn't like Alpha and Omega because they were these gods, and they were...
There's no way to stop them. They decided to turn evil.
Yeah, and they were breaking laws, like the classic Superman, hero thing, you're not following laws or whatever. So a lot of people didn't like him. Timmons' dad, the police officer 10 years ago, didn't like him. They wanted to arrest him. Well, what are you going to do? They're basically fucking gods or whatever.
Taking the law into his own hands, son.
And young Timmons watched his dad get picked up by Alpha by the neck and taken up in the air. And Alpha told his dad, this is the closest you'll ever get to heaven. And he snaps his neck and drops him to the ground.
Okay, why is he going to snap his neck? He can just drop him and kill him.
Dogma'd him.
Because he's horrible. Anyway, so there was that backstory.
Would you rather have your neck snapped,
Oh,
or
so
would
anyway-
you rather be dropped?
So anyway...
If I was a villain, I wouldn't do quick. I would bring him up in the air, drop him, and then if he survived the fall, I would then snap his neck. Because I want him to feel the fear of, maybe I'm going to survive. Maybe I'm going to hit something to survive. I want the fear.
Fair enough. So anyway, this leads to the Prime Directive ammunition being built, and they fired and hit Alpha with the Prime Directive, which null and voided his powers, and then Omega took that opportunity to kill Alpha. I forgot to mention that part. So that's how Omega killed Alpha. Otherwise, it would literally just be them bashing each other for the rest of their life. They're
so equal strength, equal across the board.
They are literally the same
Every
person.
time they fight, they are literally the same person?
I'm power-wise, sorry.
Okay.
Power-wise.
All right. I thought I found the twist there.
No, that's not the twist. Okay. So go ahead.
Oh, I was just gonna say that I've been thinking about Tyler's question, and I don't know what I'd choose. Whether you'd rather have your neck snap or drop from a huge height.
Snap my neck. I don't want the anticipation of.
Right, the neck snap, almost guaranteed to kill you. The drop from a height, you get a cool skydiving experience, and then maybe survive.
Peggy Hill survived.
Yeah, but she landed in a tilled field.
I'd never said where he dropped him.
Okay, but you know that you're gonna die.
It was over a trampoline park.
You know for a fact,
if 100% you're going to die.
Yeah.
Seriously, are you talking about the King of the Hill episode, or are you talking about something else? Okay.
I still don't know.
Think
You
on that.
get the cool skydiving experience.
Well, he does trampoline park. He lands and goes right to a fucking wall.
Okay, here we go.
No, see, he lands in the trampoline park, bounces, and then winds up in a wood chipper product testing
Museum.
That guy
field.
just jumped into the wood chipper.
Yeah.
Okay, so
twist.
Timmons is at this Arkham Asylum thing. Eli hasn't spoken a word in 10 years. He's very zen. He's just like a monk. He sits in this cell. And they got those monk things.
Okay. Sorry. Alpha was the villain.
Alpha was the villain.
Damn, Cody.
We all knew this. Why is Omega in jail?
Omega's not in jail.
Eli,
Yeah.
Omega fucked off. He disappeared. No one knows where Omega is.
You understand that I'm the judge, right?
No, I'm sorry. I'm just asking questions because I'm confused.
Omega killed Alpha, then fucked off.
It's Eli that's in jail.
Eli is the henchman.
He's
Got
in jail.
you.
Is Eli actually Alpha?
Sorry, I got lost because I was trying to steal your idea and make it better for my pitch.
Okay. So anyway, so
Well,
Timmons.
why did you say anything? I was really looking forward to that.
I'm joking.
So Timmons explains his situation to Eli and asks for any help. Asks to see the hidden layer of Alpha. Still, the layer has never been found. Timmons, in desperation, asks, hey man, will you help me? Like, hey man.
Hey, man.
Eli.
Hey, man.
And he says sure, and then he's like, thanks, man.
Thanks,
So
man.
I say thanks, man, so much more often now because of that.
Right, all right. No one gets it but me.
So he goes in desperation. He goes, "Hey, will you help me?" And Eli's like, "Yes," or "Yes." Eli speaks for the first time in 10 years and says yes. So Timmons is sitting in the police department interrogation room, questioning Eli, asking about past crimes and locations of the hideout. Eli calmly and answers all the questions, but states and repeats that I have to. Eli's basically telling you I have to take you to the hideout because we got it fucking booby trapped and shit. It's too dangerous. I have to take you there. So let me go to the next page. So
Page 2.
so Timmons Timmons has to go to the chief and the DA and the judge and be like, hey man, I need.
Hey, man.
Hey, man. Hey, man.
You know how you normally address a judge? You walk
Yeah.
up. Hey, man.
Yeah.
Sorry. Hey, man, Your Honor.
So Eli's like, look, you came to me, you want me to take you there. The only way the only way you're gonna find out where the layer is if I take you there. He goes, it's no skin off my back. I'm ending up in the cell when I'm done. Either way, so if you deny me, I'm ending up in the cell. If I take you there, I'm ending back up in the cell. So I don't give a shit. So either I take you there or not. No matter to me. So Eli or Timmons goes back to the chief and the judge and the DA because he got to present his evidence to be like, hey, I need to take this dude out.
Hey, man.
Hey, man, I gotta take this dude out.
I gotta take this dude out, man. And he's also also I need permission to exhume the coffin of Alpha because they publicly buried him. Look, this fucker's dead. They broadcast it all over the world. No longer a menace. They buried him. They put 2 fucking foot lead shielding, and then they buried him under 16 feet of concrete. I don't know. That's just what they did.
I like how this is the only detective in any movie that doesn't go rogue.
Mm-hmm.
Any detective would be like, all right, we're going to sneak out here and you show me where it's at. This detective's like, all right, well, 6 to 12 months when I get this warrant signed.
Yep, give me the paperwork.
So anyway, he's like, I need permission to take this dude out. I need to request. Or
No, because that was the whole point, though. He was always by the book. So this is more in line with his character. Hey, he is not above the law.
Who?
Your detective.
No,
that's the reason he's going through the proper channels. That's why he's not going rogue.
Yeah, he's a true detective, much like Woody Harrelson and Matthew McConaughey. So anyway,
Very nice.
So anyway, like I said, the burial of Alpha was a big global thing. They broadcast this fucking menace is dead.
And Alpha is one of the. Okay, I'm sorry. I
finally,
was making fun of Cody, but
I was gonna say, and Omega's the bad guy, right?
I am interested.
Yes, me too. I'm really invested, and Cody keeps interrupting.
So the first part of the movie, the first 3/4 of the movie is a procedural cop movie, right? And so here comes the climax of the film. So he's got permission to take Eli out. He's got permission to exhume the body. So climax of the film. A tactical team is being led slowly and cautiously by a heavily restrained Eli. It's not like he just takes the handcuffs off or whatever. He's walking through. He's hey, don't step there, dude. Leading them through there to the head. And at the same, so these.
Hey man, buzzsaw. Hey dude, don't step on that square back there.
Thanks, man.
So these events are happening at the same time. Okay, so Eli, a tactical team. So basically, it's Eli walking first, and then a SWAT team walking behind him, guns drawn. Their guns are loaded with prime directive. Okay, because they don't know what the fuck's going on, but they're okay. So at the same time, Timmons is at the burial site of Alpha. He's smoking a cigarette, he's fucking done with it. He's like, come on, let's hurry up. And the worker's like, dude, there's 10 feet of concrete and then 2 feet of lead. We're fucking moving as fast as we can. Just calm the fuck down.
So,
all right. No, go ahead. What do you got?
No, we're good.
No, go ahead, Cody.
No, go ahead.
We're good.
Okay. What?
No, we're good. Go.
Okay.
Why wasn't he buried in barium or something like that? That was the only other element I could think of.
Bury and bury him.
Yeah.
So Eli.
Why didn't they bury him in helium?
Yeah.
So expensive. Eli leads the tactical team into a wide. So they pass all the booby traps and they enter in like a wide open area, right? And what seems like an abandoned warehouse. Already passing all the booby traps and the like. The only thing in the room is like some weird retro sci-fi tech sitting on like a desk, And so Eli approaches and starts, like pushing these buttons like a weird sequence or whatever. And then a beacon light comes on, and like a faint, audible like siren comes out from the tech. So like he hits a button, a beacon light and like a noise comes out. And so like the tactical team is now nervous because they're. Like this dude's like a famous henchman. This like dude's like up there with Hitler when it comes like in the history books of bad people. Alpha, Omega, Hitler, Eli the henchman. Like,
I thought Omega was a good guy.
good point.
I thought Omega was a bad guy.
No. So the tactical team is now nervous.
You know what? Start over.
So the tactical team's now nervous. They got their guns at the ready. Back at the grave site. One of the workers, like, you hear that, like, they're digging. You hear that clink when they finally hit the top of the coffin.
Wait, they're digging by hand?
Yeah, they're through the... So they use the machines to get to the concrete, jackhammers to get through the concrete.
Oh, okay, I get you.
And then they welded their way through, or blowtorched their way through the lead. Now they're in the dirt. So one of the workers yell like, "I got it!" So Timmons fucking throws his cigarette out. He starts hightailing it down the ladder, like, get the fuck out of the way. And like he's heading towards the coffin. We're back to the warehouse. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So the tactical team leader's like, "Hey man,
Hey man,
Hey, man.
Such great. I'll think of like random like speeches that get me pumped, and I just include "Hey man" in them. So like the speech from Independence Day where it's like, "Hey man, we're going to survive. We're going to live on."
There's nothing to fear but fear
Hey,
itself,
man, we won't finally go into the darkness.
He's like, the tactical team leader's like, "What'd you do?" And he's like, "I'm calling him." Tactical team leader's like, "Who?" He's like, "Your Lord and Savior, calling him from the heavens." It gets pretentious. Hang on. So like a faint sound from the distance, like you hear like a whistle.
Hey man.
Yeah. No. so you hear like off in the distance
Amazing.
you hear like a whistle, and like it gets louder, so it's like a teapot.
a teapot?
So you're doing like the Iron Man 1 where like he's flying past the Raptors, like where it's that whistle and then it's that sonic boom.
Yeah, so then
Like a teapot.
No, the sonic boom hasn't happened yet. You just hear the coming towards you. And then so now we're back at the gravesite. Timmons is on top of the coffin. Like he rips a pry bar from one of the workers' hands and he starts jamming it onto the edge of the lid. We're back to the warehouse.
Back to the warehouse.
Oh, I'm starting to get whiplash.
I
mean, it's cool. I would like to see it in a movie, but I'm just like, oh my god.
A gust of dust and debris fills the warehouse, followed by a sonic boom. So it's like,
Does he do the superhero landing?
Well, you can't see it because.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm assuming he probably did. Now standing in the middle of the room is Omega. Okay.
Okay.
Page 3.
Now we're back to the. So Omega lands. So there's a big, and then a boom, and then like the dust starts to clear, and you see Omega probably doing the superhero landing.
Yeah.
Okay. Now we're back at the gravesite.
Then he stands up and he's like, oh fuck.
So now, yeah. So now we're back to the gravesite. So with like one last moment of strength, Timmons fucking slides the lid off, right?
Fucking slides the lid off.
So he pries the lid, and then the lid starts falling to the ground, exposing the body inside. Timmons' eyes go wide. He throws the pry bar down. He runs back towards the ladder, pulling his radio out at the same time, hollering for the tactical team leader. No answer. He continues. The voice that comes out over the radio causes Timmons' blood to run cold, and he freezes, right? This is the voice over the radio. And it says,
Hey, man.
Yeah, hey, man.
Sorry.
No, it says, I remember you. You were just a scared young man 10 years ago, but I remember you. It's Eli. Same calm voice, but now there's like a hint of menace in it, right? So then it cuts back. These are the events that were unfolding at the warehouse while Timmons was sliding the thing, okay? Okay.
Timmons would have gotten there a lot faster if he would have just pulled instead of tried to slide it.
So these are the events that were going on at the warehouse while Timmons was pulling so okay, so the team leader sees Omega and like slightly lowers his gun because he knows who Omega is, and he's like you, what's going on? Omega stares at Eli, then yells no, like no, camera. So the camera cuts to Eli, his eye socket and surrounding skin are like glowing fucking red, smoke.
I said that Eli
smoke emitting from the heat, right? Eli like screams and spins around, releasing his heat vision, and decapitates the entire team. Like cuts off their fucking head. Okay, so with super speed, Omega moves towards Eli. Eli raises a gun at the same time Omega was moving, Eli like fucking grabbed a gun. Omega stops just inches from the barrel. A smile forms on Omega's face, and then turns to fear and panic after Eli fires, and the bullet penetrates his chest. Penetrates. Omega drops to the ground. Timmons' voice comes over the radio yelling for the team. So now we're back to where... Okay. So now standing over top of Omega, foot on his throat, gun pointing at his head, radio in his hand. Okay. So Eli slowly starts morphing into Alpha. Alpha saying into the radio, "I remember you. You were just skipped." So we're back to that. Okay. So as he is saying that, we see the lids. So now we see the lid slide up, but we're seeing what's in the coffin this time.
It's Eli.
It's Eli. Yes, it's Eli. So Alpha pulls the hammer back on the gun, and Alpha says over the radio, "Find me using the locators from the team. You and only you. You'll get to do what your dad couldn't." So Alpha pulls the trigger and explodes Omega's now mortal head. Just okay, so now we cut to Timmons entering the warehouse. Apparently the booby traps were deactivated completely. Okay, so Timmons enters the room, gun drawn, finds the team dead, and in the middle of the room, the lifeless corpse of Omega. He looks at the body, but he's unable to identify. I probably could have cut that part out for this. Sorry.
Yeah, because it doesn't have a head anymore. But yeah. it probably all right because it's gonna have an Omega symbol on his chest or something.
So in my head they were basically like in my head I was picturing like
they're just flying naked everywhere.
No,
dicks flapping about.
No, they're kind of like
they would tuck when they're flying.
No, what's
No,
that's how you steer.
Fly free and just
And that's how they steer.
Yeah, but they're like massive. It's just like a fucking windsock. Just
no. So they wear outfits, but they're like Alex Ross outfits, and they're not built because they don't need to be built. They don't need to be jacked because they've got super strength, and so they're fit like someone who rides a bicycle a lot. They're fit like that. They're not like Henry Cavill or anything because they don't need to be. Okay, all right. But they wear like spandex and cape and stuff
with a giant Omega symbol.
Sure. Okay, and so anyway, so stepping out of the shadows is Alpha, and Alpha says, you know, like because Timmons was looking at the dead body, and he's like, "Hey man, it's Omega."
Hey man.
Alpha tosses the gun, tosses the gun over to Timmons. He goes, "I was betting on you guys loading your guns with prime directive." Nods at the exploding head of Omega. It's like, "You guys didn't disappoint." Like a little slick there, So Timmons cautiously picks up the gun, looks to see if it's still loaded, then aims it back at Alpha. And Timmons is like, "Here's where it gets really pretentious." So Timmons is like, "How and why?" And then Alpha says, "The how is he got complacent, like his love for humans and his powers were enough. He didn't need to be better than me or defeat me, just stop me and protect you. I needed to be better to defeat him. I pushed myself and my powers until I discovered a new power." And that's when he kind of like shows the audience what the power was. Like he like morphs into Eli and then back to Alpha, like, "Look what I can do now." And but the idea was like it took a lot of concentration.
That's what the whole
That's why
the form. I got to be a monk. Basically,
that's why he never talked for 10 years until he got so good at like he could actually start talking.
But how did he get put into the asylum in the first place if he didn't know how to do it? If the meditation required him to do it,
so he could have that appearance, but he couldn't do anything. Like he couldn't speak because he was so focused on holding that form.
Right, and that makes sense for when he's in the prison.
So
but the story just explained that he couldn't do that until he focused and concentrated and learned how to do that, in which case he was arrested and thrown in Arkham as Alpha, and then learned how to morph.
No. He learned the morphing trick before he was arrested. So it was when Omega killed Alpha, it was actually Omega killing Eli. So
how did the police confuse Eli with Alpha?
I'm getting to that point.
Okay.
So in the original story, he didn't morph. This is where I had to change some things, which changed a lot, which causes problems. But anyway, he couldn't morph. He clouded people's
So it was all mental stuff?
It was all he was always Alpha, but people saw him as Eli. So when people looked at Eli, they saw Alpha.
Okay, so it's like a psychic power.
Yeah, so that's why he had to focus all the time, because he was forcing everyone to see what he wanted them to see.
Okay.
So
how about this? What if he's just so fucking bruised up and whatnot that he's just unrecognizable, and then while he's so bruised up in Arkham, if somebody else has taken his place already, he learns that maybe I can concentrate and make myself look the way I want to.
Sure.
Yeah.
Like I said, there was some stuff that was in here. I was right. The jerking off thing wasn't actually too far off from what was in there. But you get shit like in The Boys. I'm like, oh yeah, that wouldn't make sense now. Anyway, so Alpha says, and the Y, I'm basically. He goes, and the why, I'm basically a kid a month after Christmas, and I don't give a shit about my new puppy anymore. This place is no place for gods, and I'm bored of killing you. And he's going to say, I'm bored of killing you people, but Timmons fires the bullet and cuts him off and hits Alpha in the belly. So he stumbles back onto his knees, spitting some blood out. He's smiling, teeth covered in blood. And then Timmons is like, well, why this bullshit charade? Why not kill yourself? And Alpha was like, I'm the bad guy. My ego wouldn't let me die until Omega was dead. And he starts yelling, trying to goat out Timmons in the shoe. He's like, I'm the bad guy, splitting blood as he's yelling. He's like, I'm he's getting ready to yell it again, and Timmons blows his head apart.
So did he break out of jail and laser that guy?
Break out of jail?
Yeah, when the very first guy where Timmons.
Yeah, the guy that got melted by the heat vision.
Oh, yeah.
That started the whole thing.
Yes, so that was some other stuff that I didn't put in there. So, yeah, so he set that up. So the whole mental thing was he couldn't put his... That's why I had to change some things, and it doesn't quite make sense. So the reason why it took so long was he had to, stay focused. So he set up his death, because he knew he couldn't just go into hiding, because Omega would always Omega.
The best way to hide was to make Omega think he was dead.
Yes, hide in plain sight.
Yeah, but then why did he decide to stay in prison and not fake his own death to get out?
Well, that was just a comic book over convoluted James Bond villain plot.
Makes sense.
No, it doesn't. If I can make people think whatever I want, if I want people to think I'm dead, cool, and then I will be Eli for 3 months in prison, and then I'm going to fake my own death because I can make everyone think I'm dead.
Well, plus he also wanted to lure out Omega. There was, like I said, there was more to it than what was in there. So he set this up. He melted this guy thinking, hey, they're going to end up thinking it's either Omega or me, and it's going to draw more, because everyone basically has forgotten. Alpha's dead, Omega done fucked off. So we're going to bring this shit back in, and either Omega's going to come back in and be like, hey, this isn't me. He's going to expose himself. I'm now going to have an opportunity. Plus, he had to get to the Prime Directive. Like I said, it was just a Joker 1950s over convoluted comic book plot. That was a whole point of it. It wasn't meant to be a realistic. This is how I would actually do it. The idea was to draw Omega out without he still needed to be Eli, because they knew that they would come to Eli to say, hey, where is all this and shit. But anyway, it took so long because he needed all that time to where he could subconsciously still keep the
Illusion.
the illusion going. Yeah. I had to change some shit. So anyway, real quick, the Hinch is going to be played by Josh Stewart from the Collector. I don't know who's going to play Alpha and Omega, but so real quick, I gotta say this because I forgot about all this until I started looking it up. So Alpha and the Omega were like a really pretentious metaphor for the phases of God. So like Omega was good; he was a metaphor for the New Testament God. You know, he love and believes that he doesn't rule humans. He's there to protect, to aid in their life.
My God, you are pretentious.
I know.
You are.
It gets worse.
Pretentious.
It gets worse. So Alpha is bad. So he's a metaphor for the Old Testament God, where he's wrathful and that the humans were below him and subservient to him. And then Eli was named after. I completely forgot about this part until I looked up my shit. Eli was named after this false prophet, Elimus Bar Jesus. So the idea was Eli was a false prophet the whole time, leading the Jews, the tactical team, to
Oh,
yeah.
all the Jews get their heads cut off.
I forgot about that part.
Wow.
Andy Circus.
Andy Serkakis.
Andy Circadicus.
Okay, what's the real name? I have
Andy Circus.
Andy
No.
Circus
As
as
who?
Alpha.
He's old.
So you can make him old.
We just said it didn't care about body type.
Can he have the Ulysses Claw haircut?
He would almost have to, yeah.
Yeah. I'd watch that.
Like, because I see Andy Serkis doing that whole speech, like, I'm back, I can see that.
Yeah.
Like that.
That's fair.
And Keanu Reeves as Omega.
Oh, that would be cool.
Whoa.
Whoa, dude.
Like, no, the stoic John Wick Omega.
Alpha. Whoa. What are you?
Okay. I definitely see Keanu Reeves in that.
Be excellent to each other. That's the best Keanu Reeves I got.
Anyway, that's what I got. I'll start writing new stuff. That was just, when you said the twist, I'm like, I got one somewhere in my house.
No, I like it. It just needs more work.
The real twist of this episode is Cody's the fucking judge. Jesus, I've been looking forward to being the judge for so long because I've had such a dry spell previously on, and Cody's just ripping it away from me.
So we got Circus as Alpha.
I know who's playing Timmons.
That's what I was going to say.
Jake Johnson.
Fuck yeah. Yes. Yep. So
Jake Johnson.
then it was also like his dad wanted to get rid of Alpha and Omega. He wanted to be the human to kill the gods. Alpha took that away from him. So he's like, hey, here's your chance to do what your dad couldn't. You can kill a god.
Okay. I liked it. It wasn't bad.
Yeah, I really liked it up until the ending. Like as you were, like, I was more invested in that than probably any other previously on pitch. I was super into it.
Then you done did fucked up.
And then yeah, it feels like it trips over itself at the very end. But I do really like it. Like that was a movie that I'm like I'm watching it in my head and I'm like, yes, I can see these scenes. I can see all of this coming together.
Is it set in the now or is it set in like the 50s?
No, it can be said now.
I just didn't know if like you had like a time frame.
No, I mean,
or
we
like
don't,
a timeline.
we don't have to have a thing that comes up July 7th, 2025.
No. But I'm like, you know how you can tell like some things are like, this needs to be set like in this.
Oh yeah, no. Yeah,
I was kind of imagining it like the Tim Burton Gotham City.
Yeah,
no, that would be
where
cool.
it was like kind of like 90s, but you still had Tommy guns and old cars and detective hats and stuff. Okay.
Detective hats need to make a comeback.
Yeah, they do. All right, that's a great pitch, Adam. Very strong opener. Very strong opener. Tyler,
You're the best so far, Adam.
yes. Cody.
I was waiting for it.
Okay, I'll go.
Okay.
Mine's not nearly as long and probably not nearly as good, but it's kind of a paint by numbers, but I like it. So we're gonna start the movie.
Oh, the jerking off part was like in the original script was when Omega in the heyday of being a superhero, the police officers were sending prostitutes over and they were jerking him off and they were keeping his semen hoping that they could replicate it. But that was the jerking because when he said the jerking off, he's like, "Were they jerking people off?" I'm like, no, it's not. Well, close.
I knew that was in one of your stories.
Yeah. Anyway, sorry. Go ahead.
So it's gonna be a tracking shot that's gonna open the movie. In the woods, dark. You've got a character running. You can't make out who it is, so you're just kind of like following them as they're running through the trees and hitting branches and everything like that. And then she's gonna pull up to this kind of like a literal like fork in the. Well, not a literal fork in the road, but a fork in the road. It's not a Muppet movie.
No, that's a twist. It's an actual fork in the road.
Ah, what's this fork doing? Did someone lose a spoon or a knife too?
Movie over.
So then, she's gonna stand there, and she's gonna be looking back and forth, and then you've got one character, one male character and another male character. They're calling her name. You don't know what she's running from, who she's running to, and so then like as she's getting ready to take her step towards down one of the paths, then the movie's going to flash back to we're gonna be at this college campus where you've got these group of friends. I mean, I don't know, like 6 or so, mixture of male and female, like all the actors, as much as a cop out it is, like I want them to be no names, because this is kind of like a low budget indie. Why is Cody taking notes?
I'm just getting ideas.
Completely usurped.
Yeah.
So it's like they're like no name, because like if you would put a big name actor and you're like, okay, well, this guy's always been the good guy, so clearly he's going to be the hero of this movie, or
right.
that. So,
or the twist, he's the villain.
Yes. So it's kind of maybe they've done like a thing or here, but for the most part, no one really knows who these people are. They're college age, so it's gonna be your basic horror film where it's like you've got your one guy that's like, oh yeah, we're gonna go out to these woods, and all these scary things happen. You're kind of like your Michael Rosenbaum character in Urban Legend.
Okay.
And it's kind of a mix of all those different, like Cry Wolf, Urban Legend, those kind
You've
of
seen
slasher
Cry
ones.
Wolf?
Yeah.
I'm actually impressed by that.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Don't let it happen again.
So then you got another character that's introduced, and this is like some fancy schmancy college on the West Coast. I think I said in like Washington State, and someone introduces them. They're like, this is, and I didn't have a name, but it's like so and so the third, like some hoity-toity East Coast family money person.
Okay.
And so mine's clearly not as well thought out as Adam's, but so like they go out to the woods, and you've got your first night, and it's kind of this boring, tell scary stories, and people hear things in the woods, and it's kind of ramping up suspense, and there's like a lot of close call type things, like you hear like you're focused on like one of the main characters, and the tent starts to zip up, and the building up the suspense, and then it's just the other person that they're with. So it's a lot of like we're gonna get people edging, basically. we're like something is. Are you writing edging?
I'm talking to something. It's me. I'm doing my thing.
Oh, okay. I was like, so basically you're gonna.
I like how that sentence, if you were not paying attention, was, I'm talking to it's me. It's me.
Wait, so is edging a new concept, or has it been around forever and we're just kind of giving it a name and it's coming into popularity? Because it seems like people
it's definitely coming into popularity.
Yeah. Because it seems like a lot of people are. Anyway, go ahead.
So and then the next night we're gonna have your basic thing, again sitting around the campfire telling scary stories, and then I mainly because I like this line, I think it's Scream. I like the line from Scream where it's like Matthew Lillard's character is like, oh, I'll be right back, where he gets up and leaves, and then you find out like the next morning he never comes back, and like the group gets up and they're like, oh, maybe
He fucked off.
maybe,
Fucked up.
maybe he's taking a piss in the woods, and then like they're so deep like in the middle of nowhere.
And
and,
fucking
like-
Washington woods they're thick. as
Yeah,
shit.
mainly because I've been listening to like a whole bunch of Mr. Ball and
Oh,
like
yeah.
all the creepy like wood stories, like those freak me out because you don't know what's in the.
Oh, does one of these people say, "Do you know the way to Bell Canyon"?
No, but that would have been creepy as
Oh,
hell.
okay.
But like you find him and like he's got like a tent stake like driven through his head, like pinning him to the tree. And so they're like, well, fuck, we've got to get out of here. What are we going to do? What are we going to do? And so then, they're arguing on which way to go. And then, they finally come up with a consensus and, they think they're on the right path. And, so basically like, we're going to keep continuing these nights where like people are starting to get picked off. And, then it becomes you're the killer, maybe there's something out there. And so like, you're trying to piece together.
Everyone's got paranoia.
Yeah. Because you've got.
So they're like, "Hey, let's go look over here." I'm not looking over there with you.
Yeah. So you have like this ensemble, but like none of them are like the standout main character.
I think it's pronounced ensemble.
That reminds me of Clue when they're searching the house. Like, you go first. You could be the killer. I'm not the killer.
That's what the killer would say.
Exactly.
That whole movie is amazing. But if I don't have a lot of time, I always just go to the part where Tim Curry's
Is
character
just running around
explaining, because that is a fucking amazing piece of acting where he's just running around and he'll trip someone and, be like, and then this happens and they'll go this way and they just keep running everywhere. It's fucking amazing.
There are few films as good as Clue.
Oh man,
He
that's
picks
awesome.
up Professor Plum and
Yeah.
just shoves him back.
Yeah. And then like that one poor dude keeps getting like slapped every time they go to a different. It's the dude that ended up being the government agent, right? And he the one
Mr. Green.
is
Yeah.
he the one that keeps getting slapped and all
Yeah.
the explanations?
Yeah.
And he's like, finally, he's like, I've had enough.
I'm a plant. I thought men like you were called a fruit.
There are so many great jokes in that film that I did not get when I first watched
Oh,
it.
Yeah.
that is an underrated.
That movie never gets old.
That is the definition of an underrated movie.
But
Oh, God, so good.
so like I said, so you're not focused on like one specific character.
Mm-hmm.
So you're kind of with them as the audience member. You're like, well, fuck, maybe it is him. And like we're gonna plant things where like, these two are seen together, and then this person winds up dead and not this person. So you're trying to look for these clues, but you're not really getting any answers. So then when you're finally down to these three characters, you're female, and then she gets to that fork in the road, and she chooses to go with the fancy schmancy East Coast guy. So she runs to him. He grabs her hand. They take off running, and you hear the other guy like screaming like no, and like comes to this the
Fork in the road.
spoon in the road. This it's not a river, but it's bigger than a creek, I guess. I don't know, this section of water,
Like a stream.
yeah. And so the guy's like, here, we got to do this. You can hear the guy like coming, running up behind him. So he jumps across the stream, and she's like, I don't think I can make it. I don't think, and then he's like, that's fine. I'll catch you. So she jumps, and like you see him like grab her hands, and she's like standing like drinking back and forth. Well, he like pushes her back into the water, and you find out that it's and I heard that this is from a Mr. Ballin story, but it's a runoff from a geyser. So like the water is like,
Oh, superheated.
yeah. So like she hits the water, and her body just starts boiling.
Oh, shit. Okay.
And so then that's the reveal that the East Coast guy is the killer.
Mm-hmm.
And
This
this
this would be even better. You probably want like the suspense of him catching, and then like is he gonna pull? But it'd be better if he just like fucking like no armed in football, like plop.
just like
Sorry.
steps out of the way.
Yeah.
And then I can't figure out I couldn't figure out how he kills the last guy, but eventually he kills he kills the last guy, and then we're gonna set it up similar to I think it's urban legend, where it's years later and it's a different group of people at this college, and it's we're gonna go out in these woods, all this crazy shit happens, and they're like, we're just waiting on our guide, and then he's the guide.
Okay.
But the thing that I want to set up is like part of the clues, that one of the backstories or the stories that they tell is that in these woods, like there's this guy or this horrible thing had happened.
Oh, so he's created a urban legend.
Yeah.
About a killer, or he's used the legend.
No,
to
so
his
he's killing all these people. Like he's one of those people where like you find out through backstories, like different. They're telling different stories of these woods, and you find out that there are all kind of stories about him. Like he had grown up in these woods.
So he goes as a guide, and they're all. Years later, he's telling campfire stories, and he gets some jackass call. Oh, I'd fucking take him. Oh, really? You think you could take him? All right, good night, guys.
Yeah. So you find out like he was like lost in these woods as a kid, and like he's grown up in these woods, and he would just like murder people. And so like he like killed this person and like stole his identity, and like so we're like the whole. To show like this wasn't just like a random pick person. So like when like he's introduced, like he's introduced as like this East Coast elite, like never done anything in his life, but like there'll be like little comments, or like he shakes someone's hand and they're like, come on, man, like don't you moisturize or anything like that, because like he's in the woods, like he's never been out anywhere.
So yeah,
he's got rough hands.
Yeah,
for being
so
for a money
yeah,
boy.
He's
Yeah.
not so he's not soft. He's like
So it's like, oh, I didn't bring any, throwaway lines like that, where like if you heard it, you're just like, that's kind of weird, clunky Adam Tipton dialogue.
Hey man, don't you
man.
moisturize?
Yeah, but it's like
yes.
it's things like that where like he's one of the people that like he's like if you go back and rewatch it, so like when they're arguing like which way to go, like they're all like, well, we need to go this way, and this is the way to go, and that's the actual way out, and he's like he's pivoting everything to where it needs to go. Mm-hmm. So like if you on a rewatch, you'd be like, okay, so clearly he knows what he's doing. But I didn't want to do that in like a flashback where it's revealed, where it's kind of like the master plan where he's like, oh, I had this all figured out from the beginning. It's kind of like him thinking on his feet, and like again, like just throwing in like random bits of dialogue where like he's causing them to like not trust each other, type of thing like that.
I get it. Okay.
He's gaslighting them into having paranoid everything.
So I mean, I guess the problem with my pitch is I didn't have enough dialogue set up, but like it would be dialogue like that where like maybe someone's they're stating the obvious, or like no one really knows this guy, and he's just like, oh yeah, because it's me, like I'm of course it's the new guy, it's not you friggin' psychopath that knows all these horror legends. Maybe you just snapped and you're on a camping trip with your ex and this chick you're banging, but yeah, it's me. It's those type of things where it's like on a rewatch you're like, oh yeah, clearly it's him. Mm-hmm. It's one of those things where again it's
or you purposely have a shot of people talking about paranoia, but if you the second time you watch it, you see that character in the background and he's staring at them to make sure the shit that he planted in that one person's head is actually going through. So you're like, oh, he's watching to make sure his gaslightings work. But like the first time you wouldn't even think about.
Yeah. Or like the tent thing where like the tent opens up and like you think like it's this big suspenseful moment, like the person in the tent's like really scared and like the tent opens up and it's him, and like you hear like a twig break and it's the other person coming, and he's like, oh, I'm sorry, I got turned around. Like clearly he was like going to murder her, but like someone came up,
right, gets caught.
Yeah. So it's like one of those things where
Frank, it was an accident, but why is your dick in your hand?
why isn't why isn't yours in your hand?
Oh,
right
yeah,
now?
good point.
So like it's your generic story, but most of the content is set up through like how it's written dialogue wise and like I guess like scene setup.
Yeah, okay, I get it.
But like I said, I set it in the woods because the woods, I like nature, but like forest nature where like there's no people around is creepy as hell.
Oh yeah, it can be scary as fuck, without a doubt.
And like I said, if you listen to like the Mr. Ballin podcast and like horror stories like that, like it's just weird fucking people that hang out in these woods that
I am not an outdoorsy person. Take that back.
so like that is my main, like if I was in a horror film, like I would not last in the woods. I could survive the woods, but not someone that, you know, knows everything that's going on out there.
If I was in a horror film, I'd read the script.
You'd be like, page 3. Hey man, that's weird fucking dialogue.
Can we call it Bell Canyon? Just as an homage to...
Where is Bell Canyon at?
I have no idea. But that story's fucking creepy.
Yeah. If you want to hear, look up Bell. Do you know The Way to Bell Canyon by Mr. Ballin? It's don't listen to that shit in the dark.
No, go to the woods and listen to it while you're in the middle of the woods.
I'm looking forward to it.
Like
okay.
all of his wood stories are creepy, and like it's always like there's no because there's no way to patrol the woods. I mean, it's fucking weird. I get that.
I always have a nightmare.
Getting chills.
No, like it like I've listened to so many of them. Like I've gotten like desensitized to like all the really graphic ones. But whenever there's a woods one, I'm just like, oh fuck. I'm like, thank God I'm like I'm in the basement of this building right now, nowhere near trees.
But that's the twist. You're actually in the woods.
I will say...
Someone moved the plant. It's just sitting in the woods.
I will say, like, being scared of the woods. Mm-hmm. You remember the Village, that M. Night Shyamalan?
Yeah, I remember that.
Like,
did that have a twist?
Yeah, it had a twist, but...
Do you not know the twist of that?
Yes, I know the twist of it.
But, no, like, legitimately, the one that kind of creeped me out the most is people have seen it all, right? I'm not going to ruin anything. Mm-hmm. There's an epic scene where the girl's running from the monster, and then the monster falls in a hole and gets basically impaled by either spikes or a branch that was down there. And just that thought of being stuck in a hole in the middle of the woods where nobody's going to ever find me. And if
she blind or colorblind? I don't. She was blind,
blind,
or she could barely see, or something.
She was blind.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure she was blind.
Yeah, she was like legally blind, but she could make stuff out a little bit, like shapes.
I don't know.
That
like
was a genuinely good movie up until like the. I don't know. I mean, it was
the twist was like it was cool.
It was a hell of a swing. I'll give him that one.
Yeah,
but I don't know.
I don't know. Like, I get the idea of like this modern world is bad. Let's go to not a modern world, but you are literally forsaking everything. Like that girl possibly could have saw if she had modern technology.
Did the timeline match up to? Because there was a second generation, right? Because Joaquin Phoenix was supposed to be what, 20?
Yeah, I think it lined up. It was just one of those things that, like, the twist was good when it happened, and I felt like it was everything after the twist that kind of fell flat.
Yeah.
But like, so many people shit on the twist for that movie, and I really, really liked that twist. That was a really cool thing that I did not see coming. It wasn't the earth-shattering thing that Sixth Sense was, but it was solid.
But do you think Sixth Sense had the best twist because it was the first? Not, I mean, I know that there have been other plot twists before, but it was like the first really big one.
Yeah, I think so, and I think the attention to detail was also what was there, because like every scene you can pay attention to, like it's all one giant misdirect. Mm-hmm. With anything with Bruce Willis, has just got this giant misdirect, and it's so well shot. And the village twist still leaves you with some questions. Like, even if they're in the middle of nowhere, fucking planes fly over.
No. They explained that. Like, yeah, they even got a government pass to not disturb the endangered wildlife. Planes can't fly over the airspace.
The one plane that flew over, wasn't that an accident? Because they see a plane, don't they?
I don't remember seeing a plane.
Mm.
But I mean, like, people hike. Like, and I think that was the thing, was that the plausibility of it was on the lower side of things, because the fact that you could have an entire community in the woods for 30 years, something like that.
And if you put keep out somewhere, someone's definitely going to go.
Oh, yeah. A sign like that is a please come in sign.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can agree with that.
I like Devil. I know that he didn't write that one, did he?
He didn't write or direct it. He produced it. It was,
Yeah.
Devil's a good one.
It's under fucking rated. That movie's good.
That's the definition of a tight movie. Like there's no fat on that movie. It's just all like muscle. Just
Yeah, that movie is so
there's
solid.
no shoe leather on that movie.
The Happenings is the one that I felt like, okay, the twist on this one was kind of dumb.
Yeah, it's a cool concept. The idea that the trees are trying to kill you.
Yeah, I like the idea of Mother Nature being fucking pissed. But
but it's
I think
the
it was
idea
the
of it-
execution of it.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah, exactly.
like I said, it's not a horrible idea. I mean, everyone makes fun of it, but I think there was just a whole bunch of things wrong with it than just that.
Like of how selected wind could be.
The visit had a pretty obvious twist, in my opinion.
Which one was the visit?
The grandparents.
yeah, so the daughter and the son, their dad's dead or gone out of the picture, and the mom's dating and going to go on a cruise, and they don't know anything about their extended family.
They send their kids to like her estranged parents, and like
They've never. We've seen it, right?
I think I have seen it a long time ago, but yeah, like grandma's fucking creepy
it's found,
as hell.
It's found footage style.
It's
It's not found footage, but it's shot on found footage.
You
style.
find out that like they used to the people that are posing as their grandparents are like from like an escaped psycho ward, and they like one of the
Spoilers.
woman like tries to like shove the daughter into like an oven or something like that.
And then the husband, the grandpa makes the dude eat shit, right?
I can't remember.
I
It's
think
been a long time.
I think he
since
shoves
I've
his
seen it.
diaper on him or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, yeah, I did see that. I didn't realize that was a Shyamalan movie. That one I did not particularly care for.
And then I
Signs.
don't remember what the lady in the water twist was.
Oh, I didn't have
I figured that.
I think the idea of the twist was it was real. Like she was a real mermaid thing. I don't think there was.
okay.
I don't think there was like.
Lady in the Water, that's one where the guy's the pool. He runs like a
That's the one where
apartment when it's a pool.
Yeah.
where he puts himself in the story as like one of the most important people in the history of the world.
M. Night Shyamalan, right?
Yeah.
Well, and then the twist behind that one was he goes to
He picks the wrong team.
he picks the wrong team because there's
He's
an
gay.
author.
Huh?
He's gay.
Yeah.
Well, there's a guy who's a wannabe author who reads a bunch of books, who makes a bunch of assumptions because, like, if this was a story, so and so and so and so would play these parts in the story, and come to find out, no, like he's not the warrior, the other guy's the warrior, he's the healer.
The dude that only works on like the right side of his body.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then Signs was what? That water kills him.
Yeah, and that the dying mom was psychic.
Oh.
And like all of this was like preordained or whatever, because all the glasses of water from the little girl, and then they knew they were going to be attacked by aliens,
And the boy had asthma, so he had an asthma attack right before the poison's supposed to go in his body.
But wouldn't you think an intelligent species wouldn't come to a planet where...
Maybe they weren't intelligent.
There are a lot of places on this planet that don't have water.
Not a lot.
You know what I'm talking about, though. There are places on this planet, and you could, over time, probably fix the water problem.
But when the thing that kills you can fall from the sky...
It doesn't rain everywhere.
I get that.
Name okay.
Deserts.
Antarctica.
Okay,
rains in the desert.
Again,
Not all the time.
Not all the time, but enough to be like, I don't want to live here.
again, I get that. But what is in the desert that you could take over and conquer that planet?
Camels.
Or
Filled with
closet.
water.
or deposits. And like, if they're to advanced degree, I'm certain they could make waterproof suits. I don't know why
but
they did.
They sure didn't attack the fucking random ass farm.
No, because
filled
they
with water
explained that they had to
glasses.
do guerrilla tactics that way they don't damage the planet. They wanted the planet, but they can't damage it with insane weapons. So they tried to do guerrilla tactics, and that didn't work.
Didn't someone fix it if like you thought about them as like rogue angels or something coming down from the heavens or demons or something?
Oh, I don't
They're
know.
like, if you don't think of them as aliens, but you think of them as like rogue aliens or demons, it makes more sense, I guess.
Yeah.
Because I guess the father like baptized or turned it into holy water, but that wouldn't explain why all the other aliens died. I don't know.
Yeah, it's one of those things that like if it's a great movie all the way up to the twist.
Yeah.
And then it's a great example of a bad twist because it doesn't make sense.
I think
is a good twist.
I think he was trying to pull off an H.G. Wells, and it was the bacteria that killed him all along.
Yeah. No, that's legit though. Like that's that idea that like they are not prepared for our invasive species of single cell organisms. Like that's fair.
Yeah, we're dirty people.
Yeah.
Get the fuck off this planet. We're the STDs of the Milky Way galaxy.
You know, if aliens landed, there'd be some weird ass, just raunchy person like, "You want to hook up?"
They'd be like, hey, they like it in the butt. That's why we probe them in the butt.
And then Cody be like, "Not again."
Yeah. Ew. Or in more accurate cases, the way that Cody referred to it as "oh." All right. So we've had two very good pitches. Time for Cody's.
Cody,
Yeah,
fuck it up with the
let's
third.
fuck this. Let's kick this pig.
Let's kick this pig.
All right.
Who's T-Ron?
Tura.
Oh, okay.
He wrote that down at around the same time that your T-Paw.
Cheapaw. Oh, yeah, that's it. It's supposed to be a P, not an R.
Okay, not bad.
Cheapaw. So we have been on our main character, Cheapaw. No. We're opening up on our main character named Nate, sitting with a white shirt, tie, sitting in a chair. Looks like nervous.
No pants.
No, he's got pants on, but the shot's only showing the top half.
What color tie?
Jeans, khakis.
Black.
Okay, so he's like full on Mormon style.
He's looking Mormon style.
Okay.
Yes.
Jeans, khakis.
We don't get to that shot because we don't get to that shot yet because he's looking at what looks like a resume in his hands, and it got light.
It's pronounced resume.
Yeah, so it's got.
Who the fuck shows up to a resume? Like
Shows up to a resume?
Yeah, shows up to an interview in a fucking white dress shirt and a black tie.
Is he at
This guy.
Is he the HR person or?
No, he is sitting in a waiting room. Looks like he's waiting to get interviewed.
Oh, okay.
All right.
Yeah, sitting in a waiting room, ready to get interviewed. He's looking and
You're
he's
not getting the
looking
job,
down
pal.
at his resume, and it's like one page. There's nothing there.
It's supposed
He's
to be
got-
one page.
It is supposed to be one page, especially targeted resumes.
Yes, but you see on the resume it's got high school, community college, no other jobs.
What's wrong
No
with
other
the community
training.
college?
What?
What's wrong with the community college?
There's nothing wrong with community college. I'm just saying
That's the twist.
that's the twist. Your
It's a-
education doesn't matter.
It's an ad for community college.
But no, but it's one of those things.
The
He's
twist is
nervous
he
because he
sets it
has no
down,
prior
and they're
job
like-
experience.
They look down. They have a
Ever?
community college.
Like, he didn't
pin,
have- he
and
didn't
they're
work for
like,
McDonald's
the job's
or
yours.
Yeah, there's nothing there. There's no prior job experience. He's literally right out of community college, and he's
Okay.
like nervous trying to get this job.
Does it
Fuck,
matter
poor
what his
guy
major
never
was?
even had a high school job?
Yeah.
Damn.
Does it matter what his major was?
It is something on. We're gonna say a literature.
Oh, an English major.
English major.
Well, he went to a community college. He's got an associate's.
Yeah, associates literature. I do not know a college.
It would be an associate of arts,
associates of arts.
which, for those listening at home, is the associates I have.
Okay. By no means this.
Lame.
Go on.
Cody won.
So he's waiting to get interviewed, and it's kind of eerie. There's nobody else in the waiting room. And then he hears his name, Nate, GM like seeing right now. And he goes in, do this.
Maybe he should go by Nathan and be a little bit more fucking professional.
And he's like, it's Nathan. He's like, whatever, Nate, get in here. He goes in. We see our GM across the table. It's played by Jonah Hill. So
Fat Jonah Hill or Fit Jonah Hill?
Fat Jonah Hill.
Okay.
Fat Jonah Hill.
So we're doing a Scorsese picture, so that's like almost only person he
Superbad.
works. I'm saying like the only person who he works for recently.
Oh.
Yeah, so he's sitting across the table, and it looks like Jonah Hill's character is busy out of his mind, just typing, all this other stuff. And he's like, just basically grabs his resume out of his hand and basically says, yeah, I think we got a part for you here, man. Yeah, can you work nights? And he's like, yeah, you're hired. And
Do you have a pulse? Cool.
yeah,
Good.
hired. And he's
Welcome
like,
to the team.
Now you're the maintenance director.
Hey, man.
but yeah, so basically, like, you're hired. And like, well, I'm good. Like, no, we don't got time for that. I need you to start right away. Gets up, immediately takes him to the front side of a shop. Looks like it's just a regular mom and pop shop. It's got all sorts of different items on the shelves. It looks a little run down, but for the most part, it's got a nice feel, cozy, but there's like nobody there. And he's like, he takes him like, okay, so you're going to be working nights. Guy you're going to be in front of you, the guy who's going to be the morning shift named Patrick. We'll meet him a little bit, but then he's got to go, so you're going to be manning the shop by yourself for a little bit.
Jesus.
Yeah,
Man.
like
This reminds me of my interview for Department of Corrections, because like literally I was sitting in the waiting room. They handed me the answers to the questions they were going to ask,
Oh, yeah.
and then I came in and they're like, "Can you read?" Yes, cool. Read the answers to these questions.
Yeah, that's how desperate jobs are now.
yeah. So he rushed into the front counter and says, "We don't take cash, only card. No exceptions. We don't do discounts. Anybody asks, we don't do discounts." And then he hands him a sheet of paper. This is our code of ethics, and this is so follow them, memorize them. This is your script from now on, and goes through all this stuff, jargon, basically like, "Hey, welcome to Shop Day. How can I help you?" Always try and upsell if like, "Hey, we got a discount on." We have not a discount because they don't do discounts. But we have this item that looks like it might go well with this
He looked
item.
like he was correcting. He's like,
It was.
it's like you said,
Correcting himself,
it.
yeah.
And you're like, Daniel, that's not right.
Goes through. Another part being on the night shift, you gotta meet with, you gotta open up the back loading door for the delivery guys. They'll give you new products. When you get slow, you restock the shelves. Always keep the shelves restocked.
What kind of
Always be
store is
closing.
this?
It's general goods, like it almost like bodega style, where they seem to have every item you can think of, but questionable makers. So it's not none of it's name brand. It's almost like it's an off brand. If you need oatmeal, it's not Quakers, it's Maker's oatmeal, stuff like that. All
Twonkies instead of Twinkies.
Okay, so we've got an off-brand bodega grocery store.
yes,
Okay.
Prongles.
yeah, everything you can think of.
Basically, it's the grocery store you see in movies because they can't afford the logos and shit. So
Okay.
And go through that.
So the grocery store doesn't do sales, and the cashier is trying to upsell people on food products?
or whatever else is in the store at the time. They have like medicine. They got off-brand Tylenol.
they don't do discounts.
But they don't do discounts. Okay.
Yeah, so
You know what goes good with those Twonkies? Eat some NyQuil. See if you can eat that whole box before you pass out.
No, it's not NyQuil. It's NaQuil.
it just goes through the code of ethics. Customer's always right. Don't argue.
That's the
if there is
biggest
a
bunch
spe-
of bullshit. The customer is never right.
If there is
First of all, that saying is misunderstood. You guys know like the actual saying, right?
No.
The actual saying is customer is always right in accordance with taste. That is where that saying comes from.
right, but everybody goes.
So when people
customer's
like,
always right.
when people go, I want this yellow couch. You go, okay, that's what you want. It's customer's always right in accordance with their taste. No,
Well, yeah, because you wouldn't go, that's a fucking ugly couch. Why would you want to
So-
go?
right.
Right.
So you always get these stupid people like customer's always right, so I'm right. Like that's not where that saying comes from. Anyway, go ahead.
That's like we were having that conversation a couple weeks back about like phrases that we don't say the whole phrase and then lose the entire meaning of the
Yeah.
phrase. Like, blood is thicker than water, which is the blood of the covenant is thicker than the water of the womb.
Jack of all trades.
Better than master of none.
Whenever
Curiosity killed the cat, but satisfaction brought it back.
I don't know what's the meaning of that one. Satisfaction brought it back.
That means that satisfying the curiosity
Oh,
was better than leaving the curiosity
gotcha.
alone.
That makes sense. Okay.
All right. You on the second shift, you're responsible.
Two in
So-
the pink, one in the stink. No one ever.
So is Omega the good guy or the bad guy?
Omega was the good guy, if I remember right, from Adam's pitch.
Anyway, continue.
Right.
We're getting long in the tooth. We gotta go.
All right.
I think I'm probably not saying the whole thing of that either.
Well, and what do you mean we're getting along? You
It's
took
your
like
fault.
40 minutes.
You guys kept interrupting me.
Come on, Cody.
I'm trying.
What's the twist?
I'm getting to it.
Okay.
The twist
I
is he
gotta
works at a
establish
Walmart.
more this work environment. So he starts. He goes through Cody Dietrich, go through these codes, memorize it. This is your script now on. This is your coworker Patrick, and we look over Patrick. It's played by Neil Patrick Harris.
Okay.
And it's all like Patrick's first shift, your second shift. You do not have time off except on the weekends. If you call in, you are fired.
Damn.
Yeah.
Fuck PTO.
Yeah, all that. Like, if you have an emergency, if you have an emergency, call me so I can replace you. And so on. So, dude's first job's like Sarah doesn't say anything back. Nate's like, yep, agreeing to everything without a question because he needs this job. Patrick meets him. Nice to meet you. I'm Patrick. I'm first shift, whatnot. And like, just sort of plain dialogue, not even no levity whatsoever.
Hey, man.
Yeah, just like a hey man, almost just sort of the nod. And like Patrick will show you the first few customers, and he's got to go. If you need me, I'll find you. And then GM leaves.
Oh, GM. Okay. Gotcha.
Goes on, so forth. Patrick shows the first few customers of hi, welcome to shop today. What can I do for you? And does the thing like customers basically not even responding, just card. Come on, let me pay. Nothing, just bam, in and out of the shop. Not even looking to see what's in their carts because he doesn't have time because they're in and out.
How's he taking their money?
Card.
Yeah, but you gotta scan the things in the cart.
That's what I meant. Like it is, hey, cart, bam, scan. It's like, boom, 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 and that's it.
Gotcha. Okay.
Not even looking to see if he's got the total right.
Does he gotta do the bags, or is it like Aldi's where they gotta bag their own shit?
He's got to do the bags.
Oh wow.
So they take the bags, fuck off for a little bit, and what? You're telling me to hurry up? I'm trying to hurry.
No,
that's good.
The shit that's in our vernacular is
Right.
funny. Hey man, fuck off.
Yeah. So this goes on for about an hour while Patrick's training him and whatnot. And Patrick's like, "All right, man, you're good by yourself, right?" And like, dude wants to say no. I'm like, still kind of like, so long, but he takes too long. Like, all right, see you in the morning, and leaves. And so he's just standing behind the counter of this shop, just trying to comprehend. Like he had an interview an hour ago, and he's already working. He's like, I don't even think he took my social security number for
Yeah, like
taxes
how
and
am I
whatnot.
getting paid? I didn't have my routing number, my bank account.
And all this other stuff, just thinking and whatnot. Customers kind of slow down a little bit. They're not as coming in as fast now. So he's scanning, and it's still the same old thing. He tries to do the upsell. They're like, skip, man. I'm like, come on, skip to the point. I gotta get the fucking work. And all this other stuff. And this goes on, and then he's moment of like silence in the store, and he's like, nobody's here. And then he hears a bah! He's like, what the fuck was that? And he's like, and then he remembers he's got to open the back door for the
Delivery.
yes, that's it, the delivery, the stock guys.
I think it would be even better if he didn't remember it. He's just like, what the fuck? And then he's like flipping through the pages, and it's in like one of the things that he was supposed to read. He's like, oh, okay.
Yeah, you're like, oh shit. He goes to the back, And door opens up, and there's two men with beards, one kind of shorter than the other, and these guys are going to be played by Nick Offerman and Nick Frost,
Oh, okay.
the stalkers, and they're just like dead silent, just like took too long. GM probably have to know about that, and we got a schedule to keep, and all this happens. They unload like 15 boxes of just random crap out on the dock. He doesn't even. And then they just leave, and then they just get in the truck, and just drive off out the door still being open. And he's like, okay, I guess. And then, again, checks the script, like, unload all the boxes in between customers, stock the shelves, and all this stuff. So he does that, very little customers, going throughout the week and whatnot. Nothing crazy. Then he gets into this routine where he goes about 2 weeks of just this monotonous job. No customer talks to him. Just of getting the job done. And he's mostly by himself in the store most of the time. And he's just like, for the most part, for the first week or so, he just does I stand behind the counter all the time. And because he's scared of like, okay, what I do. Eventually he starts hiding up the store and whatnot, in between whatnot. Then about 2 weeks later, the GM's like, hey, I hired somebody to help you out in second shift. That way you're not totally alone here, and it looks like we're a reputable business. But she's just going to be stocking. You're going to be taking care of customers at the counter. And basically, as quick as that, he's got a coworker, Natalie, that's just working there with him now.
Played by Natalie Imbruglia.
Is that an actor?
I think so.
Tris.
Actress? Okay. Yeah, that works for me. I was going to go with Natalie Portman.
What do you think? You're the.
Oh no, I'm just the reception. You guys need to make a decision. This could hinge the entire movie.
Natalie Portman,
on whether you win or not.
Mainly because her favorite curse word is "kus emek," which means your mother's vagina.
No,
So,
let's go with
Natalie
someone
Portman.
who doesn't look like Natalie Portman. Keira Knightley. Go.
I think the whole joke is that.
Yeah, the joke is that it's somebody named Natalie.
Oh.
You go fucking moron.
Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, so Natalie Portman's working there, and they're working
Well,
still.
Patrick's-
Portman.
And Patrick's on first shift.
But Patrick is played by Neil.
Yeah, Neil Patrick.
Why can't Patrick be played by Patrick Warburton?
That works for me.
Okay.
Wait, so is this Nathan Fillion, the main actor?
No, I want a relatively young guy. I'm going to cop out and do a no name for this guy.
Okay.
So he works the next couple weeks with Natalie and whatnot, but she's like quiet. She's that quiet coworker that never talks. He tries to strike up conversation and just a nod and whatnot. And so she's stocking shelves or arranging, sweeping while he's at the counter. Now he just has to stand behind the counter because there's nothing for him to do. And
Get Nathan Lane. Nathan Lane.
Is behind the counter guy?
Yeah.
Well, this is a guy fresh out of community college.
Oh, so you can't go to community college if you're gay? Is that what you're saying?
That's not what I'm saying.
Wow,
I was thinking
Cody.
for an age frame of
What
somebody's
a
first
twist.
job.
Cody's homophobic.
Oh,
I thought you were gonna say Cody's a homo. I was like, damn, Daniel.
No, every time we kiss, he always says no homo.
Yeah, no homo. No, he's like, yeah, no homo.
And it's just this eerie atmosphere the entire time because he has this monotonous job. Nothing happens. His coworker doesn't
I
talk.
like how he's just plowing through.
just
Yeah,
cracking
you
on.
told me to hurry.
You're right. You're right. I am.
Tyler's over here fighting for his life, and Cody's just cracking on.
That's the one thing Natalie responded to is the no homo mark.
It's just because I thought you were gonna say it was a homo. It was just so out of left field. Okay, sorry. I'm good.
I think our views may be in triple digits on this one.
Happy Pride Month, everyone.
Most people have like double digits in like 5 minutes. The video's been uploaded. It takes like 2 weeks for us to get to the
Hey,
double
but we're getting there.
digits. Yeah, we honestly, for us, our views are like skyrocketing for us. I'm actually kind of nervous. It makes me nervous.
Okay, go ahead. Sorry.
So we go through a couple weeks of this of him just trying to get by because he basically works a 12-hour shift. Like Neil works the first half of the day for 12 hours. He works 12 hours at the night shift. And he has Natalie there for 12 hours just basically fiddling around, just cleaning up stuff almost doesn't need to be cleaning up. And it's complete silence. There's just the constant music of the store, just this non-copyrighted elevator music of like...
Can it be an instrumental version of 1 Week from the Bare Naked Ladies?
Oh, yeah, that'd be cool.
That'd be great.
That's an homage to the creator of the movie.
Yeah, we can do that. Yeah, let's do the... Yeah,
then the next song will be like an 8-bit version, Nintendo version of 1 Week, and then the next will be... It's all
it's
1
same
week.
song, though.
Yeah,
it's the same song, no difference in the music.
Oh, so you want like the monotony? You want like
I want this to feel like this is.
You want the hum of the fluorescent 4-foot.
Yes.
Oh, that's rough.
Okay.
Yeah. So going through this, he's tired all the time because he's worked 12-hour shifts every single day. He goes home. He goes home, eats, sleep, and that's it. And then he's back to work, and it's day in, day out. So one day a customer comes in. Is trying to go through the store, and Natalie keeps doing that thing where you approach somebody. She's in the hallway trying to clean and whatnot. You do that thing like where you're in a hallway with somebody and you both go the same direction.
Oh, like the meet cute type thing.
Yeah, the meet cute thing. But then the guy absolutely fucking loses it and like, would you get out of my fucking way? And like, I want to speak to a GM. And as soon as he says that, the GM comes out of the office and is like, oh, wait, do we have a problem here? He's like, your fucking employee.
Is he at the night? The GM's at the night shift?
Yeah.
He's a dedicated fucking GM.
Damn.
Yeah, like anytime a problem arises, the GM's always in the office.
Okay.
But you're not allowed to go in the office. But the GM's always there.
The twist is a science experiment.
We'll see.
Okay.
So the GM comes like, we have a problem here and whatnot. Your effing employee keeps getting in my fucking way and like all this.
Censor one, say the other.
Right?
Sorry.
Yeah, and whatnot. And he's like, sorry, we'll resolve this.
It's just Jonah Hill just walks over to him and is like, all right, problem solved.
No, we'll resolve this. Like, Natalie, I need to speak to you in the office. And Natalie, like...
Jonah Hill just fucking shoots her in the head. Takes a real dark turn.
Yeah, so Natalie goes in the office of the GM, and there is a... For the level of what happened, there is a level of volume of, like, this is way too big of a chewing out for what happened. You basically just got in a customer's way. And the entire time, Nate's just like, oh my God, and whatnot. And when...
Nathan Lane could have said that line perfectly.
Fine, we'll do CGI technology and do a young Nathan Lane.
Thank you.
Okay.
Comes out of the office. Natalie now basically just sticks to one corner of the shop. That way she can never get in anybody's way, basically. And it's all like, oh my God, like he traumatized her and whatnot. And then it's like she does her entire shift, and whenever she does have to leave, it is super quick, like almost to a jog of do this, and then runs back to her corner.
Okay.
Does the Tom Cruise run?
Yes. Oh, my baby. Remember whenever he was cutting that song to that Tom Cruise run?
Yes, I do.
Yeah. Like, when I think of, like, running away from something, I will admit that comes to my head from now on. Like, that is... I will give him that. That is an impeccable running for your fucking life.
Mm.
So, we go into this, like, just sort of like a guy...
No homo, though.
Yeah.
The more and more he thinks of it, of like how weird this shop is, and then he starts to think like, I don't think I've been paid yet, but
Oh shit! How much time has passed?
it's like a month. But he realized he's been working so much that he hadn't even occurred to him. Like his house is fully stocked, so he hadn't had to go to the store to buy anything, and he eats his lunch here because he does get like, hey, you can eat here from anything off the shelf, whatnot, and we do have a microwave behind the counter and whatnot. And it just never occurred to him, like, I haven't bought groceries in a month.
Was the twist that this is communism?
No.
Oh.
No.
It's always a red herring.
No. Like, and we get further and further along, and then less and less people keep showing up. The shop almost is becoming dead. And it's like he has some shifts where it's like literally he might have one person. And then when that...
I gotta pee.
Okay.
I was trying to be, quiet about it until Cody drew attention.
No one said anything about it until you did.
Cody did.
Leave the door open, that way we can hear the piss.
No homo.
No, damn it. You beat me to it.
So we go through this until it is... There was a customer to break up the monotony, but he has like a week in a row where nobody shows up. And that's when that happened, the GM's like, all right, we're going to revolutionize things around here. We're going to change stuff up. We're cutting prices by half. And then, like, in the Nate drive, we do no discount. And he's like, shut the fuck up, Nate.
God, this GM, man.
And he's all like,
I have worked for this GM.
and then, like, fine, I'll change the fucking script. And he crosses out the no discount part and, like, now 50% off down at the bottom. And he's all like, okay, like, you are replaceable, Nate. Like, this level of aggression, like, is like, he feels is unwarranted for this little slip up.
This guy reminds me more of a Danny McBride than a Jonah Hill.
Did you wash your hands?
No.
Okay.
Or I dried them. One of the two.
Continue, sir.
That smell like shit to you?
And as soon as that happens, they are flooded with customers to the level of people buying ungodly amounts. Like, you go back to the math problems in class. Like, if so-and-so buys 75 2-liters of Mountain Dew, of levels of unusual buying patterns.
And how many kidney stones do they have?
And just like, he's absolutely flummoxed by just by doing like a 25% price decrease.
You said 50.
I said 50. I meant 25.
I thought they don't do discounts. What happened while I was gone?
They decided to do discounts.
Oh, okay.
GM flipped the script.
Yeah,
Okay.
GM flipped the script.
Is
Crossed
that
out
the twist?
I don't know yet.
Maybe.
We don't know yet.
Yeah, cross out the no discounts and wrote in 25% discount applied to everything in the shop.
It was 50 until you got here, and
Oh.
then Cody decided to change it to 25.
I think I was going a little zealous with the 50%.
I mean, I'd buy 75 2-liters of Mountain Dew at 50% off.
Yes, but 25%.
That's like only buying 37 and a half 2-liters.
Yeah, so basically selling out the entire shop every night. Every night it's the Knicks showing up, more and more bigger loads of material.
The Knicks.
No homo. The Knicks coming with bigger loads.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Yeah,
Okay.
Nick Offerman and Nick Frost.
I forgot about that part. It took me a second.
Yeah, and then...
I was thinking of the New York Knicks.
Yeah, that's where I went too, yeah. Like, odd sport reference from Cody.
Patrick Ewing back in the truck up. Okay.
And even Patrick is selling out the shop.
Cody, what's the fucking twist?
And we're going and going, and Nate is getting more and more disfranchised because the longer time goes on, he still doesn't think he's been paid, but he doesn't have time because he's got to get to the job, so he can't go to the bank. And he finally one day he tries to go in he goes in the GM office to ask him about it, and when he gets in there, only thing he finds is a computer, and there's no other door.
So the GM's not there?
The GM's not there, but the GM's always there, and anytime a problem has happened, the GM's always come out of the office.
So this is a simulation.
So he goes to the computer, and he's looking around, and he's like tries to log in, and nothing. The computer doesn't work, and he's all looking around, and he does see a file cabinet, and so he opens the file cabinet, and he finds employee documents, and he's going through, flipping, and he finds basically like a employment contract that he doesn't remember signing, but he's got his name at the end and it's got his initials all throughout, and you start seeing NPC.
Okay.
And he realized he's never gotten paid because he's not getting paid. He's
non-payable character.
Uh-huh.
And the GM isn't a general manager, it's a game master. for a virtual shop in a video game online.
So it's...
And the reason why the chewing out was such a big deal is because he changed Natalie's programming so she would never get in the way again of a customer. And the reason all the characters are named what they are because he just took famous people and made them his NPCs in his game.
So did Nathan...
And then it gets to where the GM just basically appears out of nowhere and it's Jonah Hill, and he just like, God damn, this thing's always bugging. I can't see why I can't get the night shift guy to work. Well, I'll fucking change the script again.
So did he gain some sort of sentience? Or?
He gained some sort of sentience. And that's going to be my plot twist for the thing.
Okay. So how's the movie resolve?
Oh, it resolved because Jonah Hill's like,
He reboots
let me
the
see if
system.
I fucking can get this right. And hits delete and our character disappears. And then he's like, all right, so who do I use this time? Who do I use? Fuck. And he's not imaginative. That's why he's always using actors and whatnot as his characters. Because he can't make a new character. So he's like, fine, let's use Brad Pitt. And
We got the budget for Brad Pitt?
yeah.
Well, he did Deadpool 2 for a cup of coffee.
Yeah, and Brad Pitt's only going to be there for 5 seconds at the end of the movie. I'm certain he'd cameo for $1 million.
Brad, just take a photo of you in the bathroom at your house. We can animate it with AI.
And it's in him programming the new Knight character and trying to find the bugs in his code of why it always keeps breaking script.
I see this more as a Black Mirror episode.
Mm-hmm.
And we can go for that.
Okay, fair.
But I want it to be the monotony, and I'm not that good at like doing the scenes or whatnot. I have the idea. I need help like initializing more of like the bugs in the software or the game changes the GM makes over time that are believable in such a fashion that it's where you could construe it with like a regular guy or like trying to liven stuff up by throwing in random events in the shop.
So why was Nate in the waiting room with a resume?
Because it is a... What's that word? It's supposed to be either an allegory or a... metaphor for him typing up a new character for the night shift NPC. So it's him like, he's not fully developed yet. He's only got these 2 line of dialogues.
Okay.
Well, for the bugs, you could do it where he's stocking stuff, where like he puts a box on the shelf and he bends down to get another box, and like.
And that's why we have all these off-brands.
It's
not Kraft, it's Raft mac and cheese.
What game is it? It's like a...
I was thinking like a
Walmart simulator.
Well, I was thinking of like a, not necessarily, I kind of like a mix between Skyrim and Grand Theft Auto, and the items in the store are technically healing items.
Okay.
Or ingredients for like, hey, you need these components to make this bomb in this game. That's why we sell, or like, a criminal game online, and he's never questioned looking at the cart of that this guy's buying 150 packs of Snudafed and stuff like that.
Snudafed?
Well, it's off.
That's the off-brand.
It's off-brand.
Yeah. So
I feel like Cody, you fucked that up, and you just
and then the GM is like, hey,
easy.
trying to get more people to use this town because the town's gotten, and then it's an update to the game to make this town more relevant.
Man, I wish I'd said my thought, because I almost said in the middle of it, I bet this sounds kind of like a Sims thing. Man,
Yeah.
well, I would have been close.
You would have been close.
Okay. So who's the secretary?
The secretary, I'm going to say it's the processing system. It's the interface between the GM and them. So the secretary, I'm just going to say is
Sydney Sweeney.
Sydney Sweeney, and she's just going to call it Mac.
Yeah, and the boob slider went. The GM slid that boob slider a little too much.
I would love for that to be a joke in that somewhere, where like she like is kind of flat chested, and then the next time you see her, she's got massive tits, and then the next time it's like, well, maybe a little bit more reasonable, you know?
Or maybe she is the AI assistant software on Jonah Hill's computer.
Mm-hmm.
Reminder, need new NPC for the night shift of this store.
Oh, like a Cortana?
Yes.
Okay.
What's the name of the movie?
I was kind of going simple, just called Shopkeeper.
Okay.
Okay. Tyler, what was the name of your movie?
I can come up with one.
Bell Canyon.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, the Bell Canyon. Okay.
No,
Okay.
fucking he's right.
What's in the woods? Wow.
Bell Canyon,
What's
subtitle.
in the woods?
Sub.
Thanks, man.
What's in the woods?
Hey, man, you want to go out to the woods?
Adams is Alpha and Omega.
No, it's Henge.
It's the Henge.
And Omega. Henge.
No homo.
No homo.
Wait, no. Yes, homo. It's
Oh,
a very
yes,
long
homo.
title.
Yeah.
Sometimes?
Oh, I'm going through some stuff right now.
Okay. So is that the end of your...
Yes, and that's going to be the end. The end is going to be an unfulfilling, just monotonous, like, well, I'm going to start over. Character's gone.
Okay. Okay. So, to start off with, those are 3 really solid pitches.
We did it, guys.
Yeah.
We did it.
I thoroughly enjoyed all 3 of those.
It was better than. I fucking hated all 3. of
Yeah,
them.
yeah.
I'm gonna pick the one that pissed me off the least.
Yeah, that one was a rough episode. This one was much different. These are 3 fantastic
We'll have to
movies.
redo that one, whichever one that
Oh,
was.
sorry.
Adding to a franchise.
Oh.
The character's full name for the initials is going to be Nathaniel Patton Coulson.
Nah, I think that's too much.
That's why we never mention it throughout the movie.
I don't get the joke.
I think that's too
NPC.
much.
Oh, okay.
Because that's how you get the ignition.
Coulson, okay.
Yeah. Okay. So, Adam,
Yeah.
your pitch, like I said, I was so engrossed in that movie, and I absolutely want to watch it. The only problem that I see is like you kind of
Your dialogue.
well, the dialogue, sure, but like the story kind of went off the rails when you started examining the twist, and the twist kind of comes out of nowhere. Like leading up to your twist, there's no way to predict that Alpha can manifest shapeshifting because that's not seeded out. You can't see that coming. But everything else around the movie, like is fucking brilliant, and I think we should make that as a DCP movie. Like, I fucking love that. Tyler, I like yours too. Like the idea of making a slasher movie, but focusing in on the clue and the detective details is really clever because most of the time when you watch those slasher movies, there's no clues that tells you who the killer is. You're just like, okay, it's this person, and then like you just kind of figure it out by who's not in the scene with the killer at the same time, and then there's always 2 killers. So I really like the idea of like doing the seeding out, and like you're right, the woods is such a terrifying idea, and I feel like every slasher movie in the world starts with the campers have been murdered, and now we're going into the camp. Where this movie is showing how the campers get murdered before like the people go into the cabin in the woods to celebrate the murders or whatever. So I think that's a really cool concept as well. And then, Cody, your twist caught me completely off guard.
Really?
Yes,
Awesome.
I did not see it coming at all. I had the most reaction to that one.
Honestly, Cody, I thought you were going to say I couldn't come up with a twist, and you were just rambling for like 20 minutes. And I was
No,
getting,
no,
I'm 90% sure that's what happened, and
I
you
was
just
getting-
fucking stumbled
No,
backwards
like-
into it.
I was getting
No.
really pissed off. I'm like, tell me the fucking
like
twist.
legit. Like when you put this prompt, my first idea was this NPC
Yeah.
twist. I just didn't know how to execute it in a way where it wasn't immediately obvious.
Yeah, that's fair. And I really like a lot of it. The only thing that I would want to change is the ending of where Jonah Hill is just like, meh, delete. I would have liked to have seen like some sort of conflict, some sort of climax resolution at the end of it. So like everything up to that point, I really, really, really enjoyed it.
All right.
So like maybe like a different ending. But those are all things we can figure out when we go to shoot it. So, okay, so I'm going to make a decision. Adam, unfortunately, your movie does not meet the qualifications because you cannot predict the twist, or else I would have picked yours. If you could have predicted the twist leading up to that twist, I probably would have picked yours.
Now, if he would have done something where it's like, so Alpha as Eli, you know, like they've got him in, you know, he's sitting down, like, so like they give him like a pen to write down information, and like he like snaps the pen. Mm-hmm. So like hinting that he has these abilities.
Maybe something like that, or any sort of hint. Or like that he's done it before, or like if you switch it to the mind control thing, like any sort of thing where someone acts kind of weird with the mind control.
You had to go and change it.
Or like I was thinking his prison number would have some like cryptic clue where it is like I am Alpha or just an A somewhere in the prison number.
I mean, maybe a little bit like that, but like the point is...
I also forgot to mention it was Alpha from Power Rangers. It was Alpha 5.
Alpha 5.
I
just murdered you.
Yeah, but like the thing is that when you watch the movie a second time, you should be able to see the twist when it caught you off guard the first time around, right? So...
You suck.
Yeah. All right, so my winner, Tyler... I want you to congratulate Cody, because Cody is our winner of the twist episode.
Sign the bird. No,
that everything. Yep. So Cody, your NPC movie about the shopkeep, you win the twist.
Thank you. I was kind of nervous about this one because I thought it would be like, oh, but I'm so glad you liked it. Then
the twist is that he didn't.
No, I really liked it, and the thing is that the twist hit me out of nowhere, and I saw it like after you kind of put all these things into place. Like I saw it all start coming together, like the 75 liters of Mountain Dew. Like fucking, I have done that in Skyrim. You know, fucking carrying 3,000 pounds of cheese in my back. You know, like it like when you revealed the twist, it hit, and I'm like, oh, and that's exactly the reaction that I wanted to have. We just need to change that ending.
All right. Or we're some sort of a little bit of a rebellion. I'm like, please don't delete me.
Yeah, something. We got to have some sort of conflict, some sort of climax to it. But other than that, yeah, that movie's fucking solid and hit exactly where I wanted it to hit for this pitch.
All right, Cody, what's the
topic?
Yeah, what's the prompt?
All right, so there's a lot of, if people have been watching social media lately, people have starting to bring back extinct animals. Jurassic Park style to a certain degree.
Oh, with the dire wolf?
With the dire wolves,
yeah, okay.
And they're talking about bringing back mammoths soon as well. Real life, I don't think they're true resurrections. I think they are manipulating genes of other animals
to make them
mammals.
Mammoth.
Mammoths.
Mammoth.
Yeah, mammoth.
Mammoth.
Mothman.
But the idea is trying to bring back extinct species. So I want a movie, doesn't necessarily have to be Jurassic Park style, but I want the idea of bringing back something that is extinct back to life and basing a movie around it.
Extinct?
Extinct.
Okay.
Like completely gone from this earth. Not like, oh, it's 5 left in existence. No, I want it truly dead. And it can be something like the dodo, or you can go crazy. Like, and points for creativity if you get me with an animal I don't know. But I want you to base a movie around either you bring something extinct back, and either the ramifications of it in your movie is evident.
Okay. That's a very interesting pitch, but I'm excited to see what kind of Jurassic Park movies we come up with. All right.
Welcome to Cretaceous Park.
Welcome to Big Ass Insect Park.
All right.
Welcome to Primordial Park. Look under this microscope. There's an amoeba.
Mm-hmm. All right. So you've been listening.
Wait, the amoebas didn't go extinct, did they?
I'm sure one variety has.
Oh, okay.
No. All right. You've been listening to previously on a Damage Control podcasting production. Make sure you check out new episodes every Monday on YouTube and Apple Podcasts and SoundCloud. And make sure you check it out on our social medias on Instagram and Facebook. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Adam, it was me all along. Press the button.